Alright guys, this is a quick video on the SAE flush mount adapter that I installed on my SeaDoo. I installed this on all of my SeaDoos. It just makes it super easy to get to a direct link to the battery without using any of the SeaDoo electronics. And I primarily use this for charging, but it's also convenient to use any SAE based adapters or whatever quick connects. So you can use like a 12 volt auxiliary pump if you have an inflatable. You can plug in a SAE to USB adapter if you want to plug in your phone charger or anything like that. There's a few range of things that you can use this for. I primarily installed this because when I first bought this jet ski, I was storing it down at the marina where there was no power. So I used this MPPT based solar charge controller that, you know, when the cover is on the ski, I would put this on the back of the cover and this would charge up the battery when I'm not using it for a while. I used this for years and it did an excellent job. Now that I keep it in the garage, this is mainly just connected to my NOCO charger. But you know, if I'm driving down the shore or something, or even if I'm just beached somewhere and I want to listen to music, it's super convenient that I can use this and just at least put a small charge in the battery. It's obviously not going to compensate for the load that the speakers and everything use, but it still kind of complements it and gives me just a little bit more extension time. Plus, one of the goals eventually for this year is to take our skis to go camping somewhere. So it'll be nice to have 12 volts for different accessories, pumps and stuff like that. Plus, like I said, I can tend it with this as well. So I'm going to pull this panel off in a second to show you how I wired it. It's really simple. But basically, there's a lead that comes through and it connects directly to the battery, positive and negative, and it's connected with a 5 amp fuse. I have this graphic here that my girlfriend made for me on her Cricut. It's not the chargers or anything, they don't come with this. It's just something she made for me, so I have a label on there. You certainly don't need that. It was just, you know, something I wanted to put on. So the kit that I bought on Amazon, it just came with the flush mount adapter and about 6 to 8 inches worth of wire leads with nothing on them. But I'll show you this here. You can get plenty that are pre-wired and ready to go. Like this one here, this is the exact same thing that I have, but it comes with a 2-foot lead with a fuse holder, and it already has the terminals that you could tap right into your battery. Now, on mine, I needed about 3 or 4 feet worth of wire because it was coming from here, goes through, comes down through this guy here. I put a wire loom on it, and it goes into the battery. So that's about 3 or 4 feet. If you have a different model that doesn't have this plastic stuff in the way, or if you decide you wanted to put it like right here or somewhere else where it's accessible, where you don't need to extend it, you can do that. If you do need to extend it, you would need something like this here, just, you know, low voltage electronics wire, and obviously you would have to splice and crimp it. I'll show you how that works. First things first, I'm just going to pull this panel off to show you how I led the wire through, and it's super easy to get off. You have a pop clip here, and then you have your T30 bit. So let's go ahead and get that popped off, and I'll show you how I did it. Alright, now as you can see here, right on the back side of this plastic panel that I just pulled off, I drilled a looks like a 3/4 or 1 inch hole just for the back of the actual housing to pass through, and then the 4 mounting bolts. The actual, or the component itself came with like black screws. I mean, they were definitely not stainless. They were probably going to rust pretty quickly, so I just opted to use stainless steel screws instead, because I do a mix of salt and freshwater riding. This one's been here for just over a year now. Obviously no rust at all, so it's been handling it great. And then you can see here that I've spliced in an extension wire. Just like I said earlier, my housing only came with about 6 to 8 inches of wire, so there was no way it was going to reach the battery. So I spliced in this extension, just kind of passes through, drilled a small hole through the body here. The wire comes through, that's where this loom goes. I just use some wire hide for it. and then it just ties into the battery with a positive and negative separated with a fuse. So since mine did not come with a fuse, I had to install one of myself, and I have a ton of these like fuse adapters, things like that. If you buy one that does not come pre-wired, you'll have to do that, but obviously they have some pre-wired ones that make it super easy to do. And that's pretty much all there is to it. It's very easy to install. It's not something you need. Obviously, you can use the standard old battery tenders and just clamp them onto the battery. If you're riding frequently enough, you really don't need to use a battery tender at all. I do it in the summer if I know I'm going to be sitting for a while and listening to music. I just want to have 100% charge. But also in the winter, when I store it in the garage here, I just like being able to quickly plug in the charger, let it go. Obviously I have the seat and everything off right now because I'm always doing work on it in the winter. But during the summer and everything, it's just super convenient to just go ahead and plug that in. And I wanted to show you this over here. So first of all, I did show you the solar panel. And I also have this guy here, which is just an EcoFlow River 2, I believe. I have a bunch of EcoFlow power stations, but this thing is convenient because if you are going jet ski camping, or if you're outside working on your ski and you want to be able to charge it but you don't have an outlet accessible, something like this goes a long way, because there's plenty of power in here to be able to handle a battery tender or battery charger, and it has the AC port on here, so you can plug in the charger. Super lightweight too, and you can charge this on a wall, you can charge this on solar, you can charge it from your car. It's kind of a unique use case because if you're charging your battery at home, if you're near a garage, or if you have an outdoor outlet, this isn't really applicable for you. But for those of you that are interested in this port because you're storing at a marina, or you're storing it somewhere where you don't have immediate access to an outlet and you want to be able to charge your battery, these are the different options that you have available to you. So this solar panel, super convenient because it does come with a SAE cable, but it also comes with different adapters as well. So when I bought this, and by the way, this is MPPT. If you buy a solar battery charger, you want to make sure that it has an MPPT charge controller built in. If you get a regular old solar panel, it doesn't have a charge controller, so it's always just going to be pumping out whatever voltage the panel is, and it will not stop even when the battery is full. This one has a charge controller in it, so when you connect it to a battery, you'll see the status, whether it's charging or not. And then once it detects that the battery's full, it'll shut off, and it won't try to charge it anymore. So this was really handy for leaving the ski down at the marina, where it was getting plenty of sunlight, but there was no outlets around. Super easy, just plug it in the side. There was no need for me to take the seats off or anything like that. Overall, very easy to use. So for those of you that are interested in doing this, I'll post this in the description, and then I'll also post links to accessory wire for anybody that thinks they may have to extend it, and I'll also post links for those fuse holders as well. So if you guys have any questions, or if you want to know more about it, just let me know. I'd be happy to post additional information for anybody that are interested.